Jonathan, I'm going to start with you. What did you know about 13 the musical before being a part of the Netflix adaptation?
Yeah, so, I've been singing and acting and playing piano since I was very young. And, at a young age, I got into a lot of local theater productions and I actually performed in 13. So I was very familiar with the story. I didn't play Archie, but I still knew, what the story was. So I was really excited when I got, the self tape for Archie. And, I think I said in the tape that I was practically born to play Archie. So that was very exciting for me. But yeah, that's pretty much. I knew a lot of it. I knew that Ariana Grande and Elizabeth Gillies were in it. I love the soundtrack and all the songs, and I'm super excited.
Talk to me about, just to follow up on that, why you were born to play Archie and how you got the audition and
Oh,
what's the.
yeah, sure. So, I mean, I guess you could say I was discovered because I really didn't have an agent or a manager or anything like that at the time. And I said that I was born to play Archie because I feel like I'm really relatable to him. Like, we're very similar people. Archie's a very funny and confident guy, and he knows what he wants, and he's very sure of himself. And I feel like that resonated with me a lot. But yeah, so I actually got the self tape from an MDA camp counselor when I went to MDA camp. And I actually sang 13 at the talent show at camp. So she knew that I was a singer and an actor. So that's how I found out about the casting call for Archie. And I think I did the self tape in like March of 2020 when it was like the coronavirus apocalypse, pandemonium, all that. And I didn't hear back for like another 6 months. And then I went through all these rounds of auditions. I met Gabriella in the process. And yeah, that's how we're here.
So wait, your camp counselor told you about the audition.
Yes. Yeah.
Gabriella, what was your audition process like?
My audition process was also very similar to Jonathan's. In fact, my first audition for 13 was my final audition in person in New York City before the pandemic happened. So I auditioned, everything kind of shut down, and then auditions picked back up again in October of 2020. And I got a call back for Patrice. All of these auditions were happening on Zoom. So, had a couple callbacks, did a dance video submission, pretty crazy. And then we found out in February, in fact, it was February 13,
Yeah.
that we booked it.
What does it mean, Gabriella? What does it mean to get cast in this in the middle of the pandemic for you?
Yeah, it's really surreal because if like theoretically, if the pandemic didn't happen, I was such a different person in March of 2020 versus February of 2021. So if the pandemic didn't happen, if things didn't happen exactly how they did, who knows? Maybe we wouldn't have been cast. We were the perfect age, perfect everything. The puzzle pieces came together at the perfect time. And I think I'm really grateful that I got to be a part of it and it happened the way it did.
Jonathan, what message do you hope your character sends to audiences who watch the movie?
Yeah, I hope that, that Archie, just in general for, kids with muscular dystrophy and just kids with differences in general, that, if you can dream it, you can do it. If you want to do something, you should go after it, regardless of, your challenges. And, just in general with the movie, I feel like we are such a talented and diverse cast, and I'm so privileged to be part of this.
Gabriella, how do you feel your character translates to any young person who watches this film?
I think Patrice is really inspirational because she doesn't let any social challenges get in the way of what she really believes in. She's, an environmentalist, she's a feminist, and the popular kids at school don't really value those same things as her. But that doesn't stop her. That doesn't stop what she believes in. She's still very passionate about what she values. And I think that's really inspirational.
Did you reach out to Allie Trim at all about playing the role that she played?
So I got Instagram the day that the 13 cast was announced to the public. And I thought, oh, there's no way anyone is going to find this little Instagram account that I just made. Like, I mean, it's me, not that it's not, but, I had just gotten Instagram. I was like, no way. Allie Trim found it and DM'd me the day that the cast list was announced. And oh, starstruck to the core. I am like, oh my gosh, she knows I exist.
What did she say?
She just said like, hey, I'm Allie, like, I'm in your corner all the way rooting for you. And I was like,